The Lord has a message for us today. It's really something. He's calling this one the final chapter, message 432. I did have a few dreams last night, and one of them, both my husband and I had almost the same dream. The first dream, some people had wine, but it was poisoned, and it was from the 1970s. They were not sure if the whole batch from that year was bad or just that bottle. So they were going to get more from the same year to test to find out for sure. Then I woke up. I had another dream that I was in front of a dirt cliff. It started to bubble out like it was going to explode, and just before it did, I was gone and in the next scene. I was then at home sleeping on my couch, and I knew it was Friday. There was a tap at the door, and a tall, dark-haired woman, very light-skinned, walked in and went straight to the kitchen to clean. I knew she was there to clean the house. I told my husband about this dream, and he said that he had the same dream, only the woman in his dream was short with long blonde hair. He said she walked right in too, and he was reminded of his sister that is in heaven now. He said he thought it could have been her coming to clean the house. I said in the dream of hearing the shofar that I was facing the east, and it was brought to my attention that my house faces the west. I was brought to this while I was facing the dirt cliff because I was facing the same direction. I realized that in all of the dreams I have had that something was coming from or I was facing a certain direction, it was always the west. When even the dream that I went from Missouri to Illinois, I was coming from the west. I wondered about this, and I was reminded that I had heard someone saying that coming from the east could be that it starts in the east and goes around and comes to us from the west, depending upon where we are. It may be that all things will come to us in the west that are, here in the U.S., even if it seems like the things are happening at the same time. We all know that the Lord speaks to us in many different ways. He tells many people in songs, even movies and show titles, different messages. My husband and I have been watching reruns of a show called White Collar. They have for about a year now been showing every episode except the last episode of the series. I have been paying attention because I wanted Carl to see it. It's a good episode. In the final episode, some very bad guys are caught and sent to prison for life, and one of the main characters dies. It is not until the end that you find out he faked his death to protect those he loves, and he moves to Paris. Today they showed it, and then the next episode they showed was the first one of the series. Yesterday I was led to a song called Can I Have This Dance? Once again. The Lord gave me this understanding. The wine being poisoned was that not everyone is hearing his spirit correctly, and they need to learn how to discern through him and not through others. Me being taken home before the cliff completed the explosion was showing us being taken before or just as things happen to the world. The woman coming to clean, and it was Friday. It was Friday, the last day of our work week. We are done, and the Holy Spirit is coming in to finish the cleaning of our houses, our hearts, to take us to heaven. The final episode of White Collar, we will leave this world. We are not dead, but transformed, and Paris being the city of love, heaven. Them showing the first episode was we will have new jobs and positions. My children, this is the end, but not the final chapter. There is much coming for you. You will see glorious things and do much in the next chapter, much more than you can imagine in this realm, as you will no longer be tied to this realm. My kingdom is where you will start your new chapter. Your books have been written from this life, and you will continue to write your stories. You will write many new chapters as the next life goes on into eternity, and there are many wonderful things to come. So my children, stay in me. Listen close to me, as I am with each of you. Yeshua. Wow, as I am writing this, I feel the Holy Spirit so very strong. I'm shaking. He really is with us, and he will go, and we will go very soon. Please hold on to him and seek him for yourself, not thinking you have to reach him through someone else only. He does hear every thought and knows every need. God bless you all, and I do love you. Take care.